Yeah, macro level, first and foremost, I always like to look at my internal finance function as a value add. So each bullet point here, I'm asking myself, is there a value add? You know, is my AP, my AR people, are they automating the process and they're able to do other things to help support the organization? You know, payroll should be something where there's a lot of automation, where we're gathering, like what we just saw earlier, the HCM, all the way up to, are we enabling and assisting the controller and CFO levels? So part one of that equation. Part two is when you think about the industry as a whole, the accounting industry as a whole, you have less CPA licensure, you have less people going into the industry, and you have more of a retirement / exodus. So there is a delta. And that delta is there's not enough good people out there supporting the back office and accounting function. That's why it's so important to look at who do you have. So I like to look at the people. Who's touching what? And if they're doing something and I'm typing on my keyboard right now, if I'm typing on my keyboard, I want to ask myself, is there a better way to automate that process? We talked about with the tech stack, there's a lot of technology that can automate that process. The next is, what systems do I have in place? You know, if we have to go through an audit and we have an opinion, or if there's things that, you know, create financial skeletons in the closet, how are we getting past that? A good process would allow us to put these guardrails, you know, like AP, only this person's touching this, where the other person's handling the AR. Finally, does the technology bring it all together? I'm a huge fan of thinking about technology as wrapping itself around the organization and not the other way around. So if you have you've got good people, you've got good processes, and you've got the right technology, then I want to make sure that the enablement is there. And that enablement is, yeah, I can run very quickly, or I can gather myself analytics so I can put in some variables to spin up a budget or my forecasting. Or my controller is able to look at, well, what should I price this specific item, because here's where the trends are going. You know, let's cut bait on this product, but let's really, you know, build up this other product. Where are my marketing dollars? That sort of thing. So I'm not in a good accounting space. I'm not having to, you know, search for data. The questions that I have running my organization, the data is supporting it. And that's really the litmus test of, is my accounting, my internal finance function working as a well-oiled machine?